I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9 hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep. Go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laps in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. Hey. Wild card mark. Wild card mark. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card mark. Wild card mark. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card mark. Wild card mark. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card mark. Wild card mark. I.O.W. Late night sports. Hey. Give me a second, let me light up real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, welcome to the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Hour Edition, hosted by Mr. Modelo himself. You already know the name by now. You know what I'm saying? Wild card mark. You already know the vibe. Pull up, let's go. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark.
Yeah. What is going on? What is up? It's your boy Wild Card Mark. Yeah, I.O.W. Late Night. Yeah, and we live in this bit. What? How's everybody doing? I'm feeling real good. Hope y'all feeling real good. We alive, got air in our lungs, and of course, shout out to the player pimp, brother from another mother. I call him 40 Water. Y'all call him Silent Hill TDS. You see it scroll on the bottom of the screen. Make sure you go over to Hitchhikers on YouTube. Go give my brother Silent Hill TDS some love as he made the greatest intro in the podcast game for your boy. I dig that shit. We about to set the bar. Wild card more. Fly, ain't it? It's fly. But no, go show the players some love. Hitchhikers on YouTube. And of course, while you're over there, check out one of the many platforms that we are on. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at the handle of I.O.W. Sports Network, especially the YouTube. Go ahead, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification, let you know we drop episodes, content. And of course, you can always catch us on the Twitter, I.O.W. Sports 1. Let's jump in the comments, see who we got in the building with us. What's up? Is that legit? How legit is that? I need to see that. I did not see that. Hold on, let me check real quick. Let me see. I ain't seen nothing yet pop up. Not yet. So I'll wait on some confirmation on that. But Matt's in the building. AP's in the building. Okay. Okay. Yeah, just came through. Wow. I see that. Panthers are trading Christian McCaffrey to the 49ers in exchange for draft picks. Wow. Wow. Hey, one thing's for sure, man. The 49ers are not scared to do it. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It just hit. Well, Panthers are on full fire sale. They are selling the hey, why not? Hey, David Tepper is he's not scared, man. He is not scared. I'll kind of break that down as we get more information. Hopefully, we get a little bit more information during the show. That's the first time I've gotten breaking news on. Well, no, I think the other breaking news I've ever gotten on the late night show was when the first civil suit was filed against Deshaun Watson. That's the only time I've gotten some breaking news. And that shit was, yeah. I don't get a lot of breaking news on the late night tip. But when I do, hopefully we get some more information, like I said, on the trade of Christian McCaffrey going to San Francisco. Hopefully we get more news on that. But anyway, hey, let's kick the show off with a top play. I mean, I saw this and this shit was just too smooth. I was like, man, I gotta play it on the show. Got some college football tonight. From the University of Virginia. Forgive me for forgetting his name. They'll obviously say it in the clip because, man, this man made a hell of a play. Check this shit out.
Onside, and he just puts it on him. That's a good play call, good execution.
Here comes the pressure. Armstrong stands in there, delivers it to Dontavian Wicks. Wicks still on his feet. Could this be the record for Brennan Armstrong? What an individual effort by Dontavian Wicks.
A spectacular job of Wicks staying in bounds. Armstrong under pressure, delivers it on the money, and then Wicks just goes to work. You can see it right here, Ely coming off the corner. He puts it over top of Charlie Thompson. You see him just toeing the sideline, cut back across the field. What a great individual effort on the part of Wicks. And Brennan Armstrong standing in there and delivering a perfect ball, getting the ball up and down with touch.
57 career pass.
Lord, did you see how he gave him the dead leg? Ooh. Ooh. He did like a little ballerina pirouette, a little spin, and came back inside and took it to the hizzy. What? Dontavius Wicks. Wow, nice play. I mean, you gotta love the effort on that, man. He could have easily just, moseyed on out of bounds. He's like, nah, man, I'm trying to take this to the hizzy. What a play. What a play. My goodness. Panthers get a second, third, fourth next year. What? Wow, that's a lot for a very hurt a lot running back. Really? Boy, Panthers fleeced. My goodness. A second, third, and fourth next year, and then in the following one you get a fifth. Wow. I did not think that Christian McCaffrey was worth 4 draft picks. And still, like the 49ers, you give up the bulk of your draft in the first round of the first, half of the draft. There's only 7 rounds, and you give them 3 of them, pretty much the bulk of your draft, where you can still get some good talent in the second, third, and fourth. Boy, 49ers got, oh my gosh, you got fleeced. Don't get me wrong, when Chris McCaffrey is healthy and he's he's electric. He is. So far he's staying healthy, but man, that's a lot to give up. Yeah, my goodness. I don't know if that is jeez. But you see the Panthers game plan. That's what you're supposed to do. You already fired your coach. You know, already traded away a disgruntled wide receiver and Robbie Anderson. Go ahead and fire sale. Get rid of your talent. That's on the verge of being like on the back half of the career. Chris McCaffrey's getting up there in age, gotten some injury issues. I think Chris is 27, 28. Especially when a running back, you get closer to 30. Most teams are thinking about moving on anyway. I would look at I don't know, Shaq Thompson on defense, Brian Burns on defense. I mean, if you're doing a full fire sale, why don't you see what you got? See, I mean, you might as well trade away all talent that you got and pretty much start all the way over and bulk up on the draft and get hella draft picks. I mean, we've seen it. You get the right coach in there, got you a shit ton of draft picks. Maybe on some of those picks you might use for trade bait to bring in some veteran presence that actually have talent and can help you succeed. Or you can just go ahead and just rebuild through the draft. You'll be young. You'll have growing pains. But we've seen it time and time again. People can change their franchises through the draft. They've done it. You think this is a mistake that the Jets are 4-2? No, they got a lot of young talent. They had a shit ton of draft picks, and you're picking pretty much in the cream of the crop of the draft. That's why I'm looking at this second, third, and fourth. I'm like, that's the bulk of the draft where the talent is still. You could probably find a starter in the second round. You could probably find a starter in the third. Oh, I don't know if I would have gave that much up for Chris McCaffrey. I don't know. I'm not feeling that. Nah. So I don't know. I'm not understanding that. But you know what? I'll say this. If there's anybody that can make a believer out of me, is John Lynch. John Lynch he's been doing damn good for himself as general manager down there in San Francisco. So maybe he sees something I don't. So I don't know. But hey, if it works out, it works out. Let's we can't act like that's not possible. We can't act like it's not possible that Christian McCaffrey stays healthy. And just imagine just the way that he is a great pass catching running back. He does have some agility. That's less stress on Deebo Samuel. Brandon I.U. He's shown the ability that he can, be a contributor. So I mean, I like the move. It gives Jimmy G another weapon. I'm telling you, if the 49ers mess around and and do some things this year, I mean, obviously you see Jimmy G can get you to an NFC championship, get you to a Super Bowl. I don't know if he can necessarily win them for you, but I'm just saying, I I I I I think I was headed that way. I mean, go all in. Why not? It'll do wonders for, I think, damn sure do wonders for Jimmy G, bro. you know, it brings value when you have a good season. I I mean, I don't know. I still just don't. This is a huge gamble because I'm with you, Anthony. I'm not liking the trade from the 49ers standpoint of how much they gave up, but we also got to look at the backside of it. Is, well, what if it works out? Then the trade don't look so bad. If it ends with a Lombardi, it's not a bad trade. If it ends in an NFC championship, I still think it's not a bad trade. But it better work out. I know that. I do know that. Because right now, how I see it, you know, the 49ers are sitting in a precarious position where you got they're 3-3, Rams are 3-3, Seahawks are 3-3, you know, and then you got 3-4 Arizona Cardinals as they get their victory tonight over New Orleans Saints. So all four teams got 3 wins. So you got to find a way to separate yourselves, and why not? Think about how the NFC West is looking right now. I know Arizona gets to win tonight, but they're not looking impressive. You see the Rams, Super Bowl champions, defending Super Bowl champions, they looking shaky as hell. O-line is looking shaky as hell, having injuries on the offensive line. Matthew Stafford is a turnover machine right now. Seattle is Seattle. Yeah, they're being scrappy and getting some wins, but they're not scaring you, especially on the D. I mean, you can score on your defense. You can definitely score on your defense. I know Geno Smith has had a very good start. He's still Geno Smith. you know, let's not remember Cinderella at some point was in rags, and just because she got some riches now, she ain't changed. Clock will always eventually strike at midnight. Anyway, before we get too deep off in the conversation, man, come on, y'all know the deal. Happy to see another day and talk sports with y'all, man. Always a pleasure. Toast up. Boy, you trading for AD? Oh, man, come on, man. I didn't like the trade for AD in the beginning because you knew what you had. You knew what you had. You knew you had an injury-prone dude, and the Lakers went ahead and traded for him anyway. You knew you had. You knew you had You knew you had a issue with Russ. You knew what Russ was before you traded for him. This man, before you traded for him, was on 3 different teams in 3 years. That should have told you everything you needed to know, but you wouldn't trade it for him anyway. So I mean, I'm trying to avoid the Lakers talk right now because
Right now, as it stands, they're down in LA playing the Clippers, the battle of LA. Well, we'll definitely get into that conversation a little bit later. But hey, man, San Francisco making this trade is telling me that they feel like, hey, it's up for grabs. Why not bolster our roster a little bit and try to make a push for it? I, as much as I hate the amount that they gave up, I understand the trade. I understand it. I understand it. So, it could be two things at once at the same time. I just don't I understand it, but just for that amount, I'm like, a little bit overreach. Maybe you gave a little bit too much. But if it works out and it comes with a trophy at the end, hey, who am I to say it was a bad trade? I but then if you also look at the scene, because I think you're kind of saying the same thing, Matt, when you um so NFC isn't as strong as years prior. Why not push the chips in the season? And I think I'm with you on that one, is because okay, let's look at the NFC right now. Look at NFC standings. Obviously, from the top, it's Philadelphia Eagles. Come on, I mean, that 6-0. We that makes sense. 5-1 Eagles, 5-1 Giants, 4-2 Dallas. Got the whole damn NFC East at the top of the damn NFC standings. What? Well, three quarters of it. I forgot Washington's in there. Never mind. Yeah. 2-4. But so Philly, Minnesota, Giants, Dallas. That's 4. Tampa Bay 5. San Francisco 6. Rams 7th. So those are the standings. If the season were to end right now, the Packers would be out, and so would Arizona. Seattle be out, Atlanta, Washington, Chicago, New Orleans, Detroit, and Carolina would all be eliminated. So you would have Philly the 1 seed, Minnesota the 2 seed. Tampa Bay would be the 3 seed. San Francisco would be the 4 seed, because those will be your division champions. Then you would have Giants, Dallas, and Rams would all be your wild cards. So Giants would be 5, Dallas would be 6, and then the Rams would be 7. Yeah. Interesting standings, but so we'll see. I mean, I just, but when you put it just like that, and you're looking at just the standings off the top of the rip, I mean, it makes sense. There's a pretty much a log jam, because you know all these wild cards for the most part got 3 wins, and that's pretty much a big bulk of the NFC conference. So I understand the move. I just don't understand the value of what you thought Christian McCaffrey was. I just got a difference in that. I don't think he's worth 4 draft picks. I mean, I'll put it in perspective for you like this, y'all. Tyreek Hill got 5 draft picks. And you're telling me Christian McCaffrey is worth 4? Okay. That's all I'm saying. I'm just putting it to y'all like that. If Tyreek Hill gets 5 draft picks, Christian McCaffrey gets 4. That's all I'm saying. Maybe 2. I gotta say 2. 3's, yeah, I'm kind of pushing it. Not 4. You know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But, well, hell, we have football talk now anyway. That game has just went final. Arizona Saints down in Tempe. You had the Cardinals winning 42-34. And you know what? I mean, at some point, you know, backups do backup things. You know? That's what happens. So, your man, howdy do, Andy Dalton, Red Rocket. This man then threw for 3 picks. I know he gets 4 touchdowns, 361 yards, 30 of 47. But this, you can't do this. Can't do this, Andy.
Dalton underneath, and his tip and interception. And all the way inside the 10 to the end zone goes Marco Wilson. Marquez Callaway could not hold on. Third and 10. Dalton steps up. Picked off at the 40-yard line. Isaiah Simmons. Simmons down the sideline. Simmons inbounds. Simmons all the way.
Can't have back-to-back pick sixes. I get it. That first pick six, wide receiver, help your quarterback out. Callaway, help your quarterback out, man. If you got 2 hands on it, what's the old school rules, y'all? 2 hands on it, gotta come up with it. I don't care if it's in front of you, behind you, on the rear, at your shoelaces, maybe a few inches above your head. If you get 2 hands on it, you catch it. I will stand by that football rule till I die. 2 hands touch it, you better come down with it. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. And so, hey, I won't necessarily put that one on him. The second one, you got to see the linebacker sitting in that pocket. You got to. You gotta be able to, you know, you gotta see that. You've been in the league for 12 years, Andy. Like, how did you not see that guy? Help me out, Andy. Oh yeah, you're a backup now. You've been a backup for a minute now. You know, them days of being pampered in Cincinnati are done, sir. You're done. Yeah, it's okay. But whatever. Andy Dalton threw 3 interceptions. I'll put 2 on his fault. 1 I'll put on the receiver's fault. But to the Saints, man, you can't have back-to-back pick sixes. And boy, do the Saints got me looking silly, man. I said they was gonna win the NFC South, and hell, boy, I look silly as hell with that take, man. They look horrible. Now 3-5. Oh, yeah, 2-5. Now they 2-5. They look terrible. That defense. What happened? Now I'll say this: they're still getting after the quarterback, still getting sacks, but I know they got some injuries in the secondary. I get it. Got some injuries, with the corners missing. That doesn't help that DeAndre Hopkins came back and Marshawn Lattimore couldn't play. That doesn't help. So I'm aware of that. But still, man, it's not like that defense was looking good this year anyway. Not what we've been accustomed to seeing with that Saints defense. Like they been getting burnt toast. I'm I'm with you, man. I picked the Cardinals tonight too. And the reason why I picked the Cardinals is because you look at DeAndre Hopkins coming back, and that's your boy's pick. That's your boy's pick. So you look at the connection that they had, and why would you not want to throw it to DeAndre Hopkins? That boy's good now. He's fresh, coming off the 6-game suspension. So you knew he was going to be itching to get into some action. But that offense, it looked different tonight. And man, Cardinals were down multiple offensive linemen. They were down a couple of running backs, and they still put up hellified numbers. They put up hellified numbers, man. I mean, you gotta give the Cardinals credit. Just as much as the Saints were dealing with injuries. So were the Cardinals. As a team, they rushed for 137 yards. Kyler Murray goes 20 of 29, 204 yards, a TD. Pedestrian numbers, but hey, got the job done. It helps when your defense gets 2 pick sixes. But maybe this might be the kickstart. This might be the kickstart for the Cardinals. I'm not sure. But I do remember saying this when we were previewing the NFL season, and we went through each team, went through each conference, each division. I said a team like the Cardinals, with all that noise in the offseason, they had a lot of noise. They had the contract situation go down. With them and Kyler Murray. But Kyler Murray was making noise ever since when they lost in the playoffs. So right then and there, it started from there. Cardinals they was making a lot of noise. Then he compounded with the suspension of DeAndre Hopkins. Then I think they had a running backs coach get accused of some domestic violence situation. Then Marquise Brown gets the trade of him, and then he gets criminal speeding. Cardinals had a lot of noise, man. A lot of headlines in the headlines for the wrong reasons, not the good reasons. So you add that, and the first 6 games that they had, They didn't have no gimme games. They did not have a lot of gimme games. Obviously, they started the season off with the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, that puts you in a bind. Who else did they have? They had the Raiders, talented team. You caught the Rams. I know they struggled, but division game. Panthers, you should have won that. You saw the Eagles. Then you laid a dud against the Seahawks. So I figured that the Cardinals were going to get off into a slow start without DeAndre Hopkins. Now they got him, and now they're 3-4. So I don't know. I'm not saying that their season was over. I'm still thinking they're not going to make the playoffs. Because at some point, man, I think the Rams gonna get it together. And I don't like them matching up against the 49ers. I think the 49ers will dog walk them. 49ers is physical, man. And matter of fact, they play the 49ers in about a month. So we'll see then where they're at. Because the Cardinals, next game, they got 10 days. They're going to see the Vikings. They'll see the Seahawks again, the Rams again. Then they'll see the 49ers. So pretty much they'll see the Vikings in their division. So we'll see. We'll see. But speaking of week 7, what games y'all looking forward to seeing, man? I think there's some. Let's look at some of the matchups we got for week 7. Colts Titans. There's a division game. Not too many crazy matchups. I think this is probably especially for all my fellas in the Pick'em League, man. I think this week 7 is going to really test what you know. Because it's just, you got some weird matchups. You got 3-3 Falcons taking on 3-3 Bengals. 4-2 Cowboys. Dak is back. Of course, he would pick to go against the Lions. Why not? Here's my thing: if he can't beat the Lions, then he's not ready. This is it right here. If Dak can't beat the Lions, come on now. You're talking about the Lions defense that is giving up the most points on the defensive side of the ball. I'm talking about anybody could quarterback against them right now. One of y'all want to suit up for the Cowboys and play quarterback? You could beat the Lions. So if that can't beat the Lions, then man, I don't know. You might have to think about resting him a little bit longer. Because if you struggle against the Lions, man, then you rushing yourself back. Then you got the 3-2-1 Colts, man. That's the most ugliest team in the world. But how the hell they 3-2-1 is beyond me. Obviously, they get the giveaway game from the Chiefs. The ugly game against the Broncos. That was ugly. Ugh. Packers, Commanders. We'll see if Aaron Rodgers in that offense can get back in gear. I don't. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't miss Devontae Adams, and it shows, it's evident, it's obvious. It is so obvious that Aaron Rodgers misses Devontae Adams. But you know what I think where they're failing at is you got a Pro Bowl running back in Aaron Jones, and I don't know why you're not using him. He should be getting at least 25 touches, and whether you want to mix it up between the run and the pass, That's up to you. But he should touch the ball at least 25 times. If you give him 10 to 12 carries and then give him the rest in receptions, then so be it. But you got to get creative with Aaron Jones, man. Aaron Jones is a playmaker. You know? I don't know why you're not using him. AJ Dillon, yeah, I like him. But he shouldn't be getting more touches and carries than Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is the man. Oh, no, I don't think he's overrated. I think he's underutilized. I think there's a difference, Ant. You know? I think he's a playmaker. You already paid him. Why not use him? So, you know, I think Matt LaFleur, you know, I think you know, Matt LaFleur has to get more creative with Aaron Jones. I just think he's underutilized, overrated, and I mean, trust everybody's entitled to their own opinions. I just don't think the Packers play calling is including him in the game plan enough. If you include him in the game plan enough, I think that's a different offense. It's a different dynamic. Because then you can use AJ Dillon as your ground and pound running back and use Aaron Jones as your scat back. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. What are the matchups we got in week 7? Buccaneers, Panthers. Ain't no need to even talk about that. Now, Buccaneers, if y'all mess around and lose to the Panthers, boy, y'all in serious trouble. For real. You know, a lot of noise of Tom Brady. You know, he missed a walkthrough on Saturday, but he was at Robert Kraft's wedding, and then he didn't perform well on Sunday. Just didn't. He just did not perform well. Say what you want. He did not look good in that last game against the Steelers. He looked very pedestrian. And it doesn't help that they couldn't get the running game going. That didn't help neither. But still, if you struggle with the Panthers, man, boy, heads going. People's head gonna perk up. They're gonna look at them. They're gonna be like, "Yep, should have stayed retired, pimp. Should have stayed retired." You know. And so, yeah, and that was without T.J. Watt and Minka Fitzpatrick. That Pittsburgh defense wasn't even at 100%. Wasn't even 100%. Giants, Jaguars. Now I'm curious right here. Obviously, record-wise, you see the Giants are better than the Jaguars, but I think the Jaguars, you know, if they stop being so up and down, I think they can make that a good competitive game. 2-4 Browns, 3-3 Ravens. Look, here's the deal. Ravens, come on. We gotta stop blowing games. Stop blowing. When you got the lead and you got the game in hand and it's favoring you, you gotta stop shooting yourselves in the foot. Browns, boy, they can't wait. They can't wait to get to shine. They cannot wait to get to shine. Jacoby, in clutch situations, turns the ball over. I mean, he's not a closer. Just not a closer. Jets, Broncos, 4-2 Jets, 2-4 Broncos. Obviously, we know that the Broncos just look like absolute schmat, trash, basura, booty juice, dumpster fire. I mean, and they got injuries. Jets are rolling right now. But here's the deal, Jets. A team like the Broncos, put them away, beat them up, and be done with it. But one thing you don't want to do is get caught in the trap. Don't get caught in the trap, because that's a trap game. You are obviously the better team, not just on paper, but the eye test. You are the better team. Don't get caught. Don't get caught in a trap game. 1-3-1 Texans, 1-4 Raiders. All right, Raiders. You gave up a game against Kansas City. Gave up a game. You gave it up. You were up 17. You should have found a way to come out with that W. You didn't. Now you coming off your bye week. You should be rested. Hopefully you worked out some kinks, worked out some issues. Don't lose to the Texans. If you lose to the Texans, then you are a complete joke. You're a joke. I'm telling you. You lose to them, you're a joke. 3-3 Seahawks, 4-2 Chargers. Look, the 4-2 Chargers, they're not the prettiest 4-2, but they've been getting the dubs. All right? They've been getting the dubs. I don't know what to really make of the 3-3 Seahawks. Maybe I just think they're a formula of fool's gold waiting to unveil itself. I'm not ready to go all in with the Seahawks. I'm just not. And then Sunday Night Football, you got 2-4 Steelers, 3-3 Dolphins. Dolphins started hot, 3-0, lost the last 3. So that's not looking too good. The rest of the team is fine. The only problem is they're dealing with the same quarterback issues, injuries. Obviously, well documented the Tua situation. And then Bridgewater, first possession he gets knocked out the game. And then the third string, he's been hurt. Skylar Thompson. So it's like these cats is having all type of issues at the quarterback position at the wrong time. I mean, the Dolphins started hot. Now, since they've been having such a QB carousel because of injuries, lose 3 in a row. They say Tua will be back for this game against the Steelers. I don't know. I really don't know what to really think of it. Especially since he came out today and kind of detailed some of the other details of it of his hit against Cincinnati. He says he was unconscious, so he was completely out. That makes that situation a little bit even more scary because especially, when he hit his head against Buffalo and he was wobbly legs. So I mean that's scary stuff to think about. It really is. It really is. But the Dolphins just haven't found a way to hold the fort down and try to work their way through this injury situation. I mean, but it's hard. I get it. It's hard because they've also had injuries to the offensive line. So I mean, that doesn't help neither. But I don't know. I'm not sure about how long the Dolphins were going to be able to sustain that whole 3-0 start. So, but like any other team, you got to work through injuries. I mean, that's just the name of the game. Injuries are part of the game. So, Dolphins got to find a way to get back and, Pittsburgh is trying to build something. I mean, I'm not sure if this will be a turning point for him, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm also looking at uh, Chiefs 49ers, of course, because I'm gonna watch it because that's the squad. But um, I'm curious to see if how soon or how quick they'll get Christian McCaffrey acclimated. Or I'm not even sure if they're going to activate him. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Maybe you just install him and pay probably like, hey, get these 5 plays down. We'll run these for you. I don't know. We'll see. And then, of course, the Monday night football game. Man, this matchup is going to be just a snoozer. You got Chicago Bears going to Foxborough. Yeah, I'm not excited about that matchup. I'm just not. Bears and the Patriots, that matchup just doesn't excite me. But I say this: the more and more that Bailey Zappi plays, and he getting more comfortable in that offense, and if he continues to make plays, hey, I'm of the mindset is like, hey, Mac Jones might have to sit. You might have to sit. I'm just saying. You don't want to look, and I get it. You beat the Lions. You beat the Browns. Both teams struggling. I get it. We got to remember now. Got to remember, Bill Belichick stuck with his guns. You got to remember, Drew Bledsoe was a $100 million quarterback. Got hurt, lost his job due to injury. Next you know, Tom Brady just stayed hot. Next you know, they're in their Super Bowl. Sometimes you just got to ride the hot hand. Well, some weird matchups in week 7. Curious to see how these NFL pick'em week 7 is going to go, because I think there's some games that you think you got an idea how it go, but some of these teams might be closer to each other than what they are apart. So we'll see. But look, did have some baseball tonight. Unfortunately, the Astros got the dub. Now up 2-0 in the ALCS. All right now. But like I said, when we talked about game 1 on the day show, I said I think there's some optimism. I think there's some optimism because you look at the Yankees, who haven't had a day off in probably like 5 or 6 days, and you just finished a division series and you go straight into your championship series, and then you get game 2 tonight. So you're 2 games into your American League championship series, and you still haven't had a day off. And here's where the optimism is for me. You only lose 42 in game 1. Then tonight you only lose 3-2. So Astros, how good they are, they're not blowing the doors off the Yankees. A team that is absolutely got to be exhausted right now. You know what I'm saying? Got to be absolutely exhausted. But I think they're hanging tough with them. They're hanging tough with the Astros, and they're not backing down. But I mean, just some of the few moments that I observed in the game tonight. I mean, obviously, to kick it off, Alex Bregman did this.
Third, and Bregman sends one deep to left. It is back, and it is gone. Third, and Bregman sends one deep to left. It is back, and it is gone. A 3-run poke.
Yeah. Here's the thing. That happened so early in the game. I think it was third inning, I believe. So they're up 3-0. But man, you got to give the Yankees credit. Next inning, fourth inning, Judge gets on the single, and then Stanton gets on a infield hit. Then the Astros pitcher, I forgot his name. It's escaping my mouth. He throws the ball away, and so you get Stanton moves in the second, and Judge is on third. Rizzo then gets the sacrifice, so they get one run back, and then the RBI single. I can't remember who it was. I'm drawing a hell of a blank. So that was a good clutch moment for the Yankees to get back in the game. And then I know Gleyber Torres had that wild double play that was clutch. And then Aaron Judge just missed a home run to tie that game. Just missed it. I mean, or to put him up one. That'd have been a go ahead. I just missed it. And then I think it was bottom of the eighth. Now I know Yankees fans, y'all been on your man Boone, but give your man credit for challenging that pickoff of your Don Alvarez. I thought that was a good call from your umpire or your manager to challenge that. I thought that was clutch. And look, overall, you look at games 1 and 2, a play here, a play there. The Yankees are in both of those games and possibly are winning them. So for a team that's probably exhausted as hell, and now you get your day off. You get your day off, Yankees. I'm a roll with the Yankees in Game 3. Gonna be rested. Severino did good. Show him some love. Take away Bregman's home run, 3-run home run. Severino was doing his thing. He was doing well. After that third inning, he pretty much took it. He took it to the Astros lineup. He really did. So that's what I said. This is why I'm optimistic that this is going to be one hell of a series. I think the Yankees are hanging tough with a good team, and they're not getting the doors blown off at them. And there's some things that are going against the Yankees, but it is what it is. All right, y'all. That's the show tonight. Y'all know the deal. Have yourselves a great weekend. And we're going to be back Monday, 23rd hour, Welcome on. Going over to I.O.W Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. Let people know the content we got dropping. And then, of course, I.O.W Sports 1 on Twitter. Hey, y'all gotta have a fantastic weekend. Peace and love. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the love y'all be showing us at I.O.W. And until then, be safe out there, y'all.
Silent Hill TV, yes. Hitchhikers. Yeah, smoking so much dope, I'm seeing traces. Visual lasers, know the cross the scene is dangerous, aggressive like behavior. Couple monsters from my neighbors, resisting human nature, persistently getting greater. Bloodshed, let the term